Yeah.
Hold on, let me turn mine up. Hold on.
It's supposed to be a
that's
little
cool.
low. Yeah, it's just kind of. I think everything else is good. I got the reverb off. My mic's good. All right, I think we're ready to roll, baby. Let's see if all these adjustments worked. All right. Here we are, man. ECHOKRAFT, Synth Samurai, Synth Fighter, back in action once again. And
Yeah, it's been a while.
it hasn't been that long, bro. It's been a week. What do you mean, dude? Come on.
That's too long.
It is too long. We should do it every friggin' night. But you know, man, there's only so much time in the day for the blue-collar working man out here.
I can't do that every night.
We're trying to squeeze some shows in when we can squeeze them in. And thank everybody for joining us. I know the chat's friggin' jam-packed already. We got Apollo, we got Rob Taylor, we got Fisk, we got Machines One, we got Hans Volt, we got everybody piling in here now. And welcome once again to the Synth Fighter, the greatest, most entertaining, high-octane synthesizer news, coverage, shoot-off, rambling man show on the go. And we just have a good time here. And welcome to the main man, ECHOKRAFT, to my right or left, whatever way the screen goes. And man, we're good. We got some synth news going on. But I'll tell you one thing right now, dude. The synth world's boring me, so that's why we came up with the Ultimate Frequency Championship to spice it up a little bit in August. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We got the Waldorf Quantum Mark II being discontinued, chopped off the block because they're charging too much money for it. We got the Oxy new sequencer, the Oxy 1 Mark II, which looks crazy cool. And this little DJ box we'll go over as well, which we'll cut that as well. And I got a message from Machines One if you're out there lurking like you usually are in the dark, in the shadows, bro. I'm coming for your butt. August, date to be announced. But let me tell you something right now. If you think this guy's playing around, he ain't playing around, dude. He's made for these moments, okay? I was born for this. I was born for this, okay? You weren't. I was, and I'm gonna wipe the floor with your greasy butt as soon as we get into octagon, the octagon, or the octagon,
why does he
whatever
have
we call it.
why does he have a greasy butt?
I'll whoop your butt too, Echo, okay?
Uh-oh.
I'll whoop your butt too, because you got a challenge you still haven't accepted yet as well. Okay, I'll bet to whoop everyone's butt around here.
From
but
who?
not tonight. Tonight me and you are
From
friends. Who? What? What?
From who?
From who what?
Who challenged me?
I challenged you. You still didn't accept.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, but I mean, I don't. You know, I'm not going to fight you.
No, dude, I'm talking about the multi-poly versus the Moog Ruse, the biggest synthesizer scam today, the Moog Ruse. That's what I'm challenging with, and I'm bringing the multi-poly, the 4-part multi-timbral, absolute polyphonic masterpiece up against your measly 8 voices of analog soggy synth, bro. That's what I'm coming up. Oh, you got a sticker, dude? That's right, dude. You've been stamped. You've been tramp stamped by Moog, bro. You've been tramp stamped by Moog.
Maybe I'll get a tramp stamp. Yeah. Let's say Moog.
All right, so we're just warming up, dude. We're cutting promos all day, all night, just warming up for August, the Ultimate Frequency Championship, the greatest musical tournament. We're inventing a new genre, Echo. Not a new John, a new genre of music called combat music, baby. You know what we're gonna call it? We're gonna call it combat entertainment music is what it is. Because we're cutting promos, we're building characters, we're building personalities. We're not just out there being shadows in the darkness, sending out frequencies. No, dude, we're cutting promos, we're building it up, and we're having a good time. So welcome to the show.
We can call it battle music too.
Yeah, we'll call it battle music. We'll call it, it's all a work in progress. But what we do know, my good friend, is the Ultimate Frequency Championship. Due to trademarks, we might have to change that name, but we're just gonna see how things go. Yeah, the Ultimate Frequency Championship, the first ever combat music genre experience, is gonna be live. And let me tell you something out there. Robbie and Kent Spahn from Pro Synth Network, British royalty, absolute legends, giants in the synthesizer industry, and pure gems and friends of the channel. We
Dude, you keep freezing.
What do you mean I keep freezing? What?
I don't know. On my end, he keeps freezing. Did anybody in the chat see that he's freezing?
No, that's your crap internet, bro, that's freezing. Not mine. You gotta pay up and get off your wallet and buy some new internet, bro. That's what you gotta do.
Dude, if I told you how much I paid for internet, you'd be blown away.
Yeah.
It's not crap internet.
Yeah. Well, listen, once you get Starlink and join the club.
Well, that's my plan.
Yeah,
it's
machines
it
sound
actually,
good.
It actually has arrived in this part of the woods.
So hold on one second. We got to finish this. To Robbie and Kent Spong out there, I know it might be a little bit scary. It might be intimidating. It might be all that because it's something new. But let me tell you something. There's two of the most amazing musicians on the planet, two of the most amazing personalities on the planet, Kent Spong, the Magic Man, and the English gentleman, Robbie Percelli. I think you pronounce the last name, but you know I can't pronounce anything right. But the Italian stallion.
It's Pacelli, isn't it Pacelli?
Pacelli. Robbie Pacelli and Kent Spong. To have you two go up in the main event against ECHOKRAFT and Hans Volt, the Synth Renegades versus the Pro Synth Network, the meetings, the earthquake meets the tornado, okay? For one of the greatest musical experiences of all time. Across the shore, we got the British Isles versus the American behemoth continent. One night only, baby.
I like to call it the Redcoats against the Minutemen.
We can build a storyline as we go, but one thing we do know, my brother, it will be respectful, it will be a legendary experience, and I'm still waiting for two of the boys to sign the contract. So if you're out there listening, or anybody from Pro Synth Networks listening, man, with the utmost of respect, please sign the contract and come on over and play in the junkyard with the junkyard dogs, baby.
And I'd like to say something. The first time that we had mentioned that it was going to be Vic Korftron and myself, but Vic is going to be very busy this summer, so he can't do it. So it's going to be Hans Volt and myself against the British Bulldogs.
The British Bulldogs, we like to call them the Crown, for where we're from, and they're absolute beautiful people, beautiful men, amazing musicians. And you know, shout out to Vic Korftron, but this is the fight music business, baby. We got no time to wait. If you can't answer the call when the call comes out, the call goes out to another, okay? And there's no better representatives right now at this moment in time for the Synth Renegades than the legendary Wizard Hans Volt and the Daywalker ECHOKRAFT going head to head with the English gentleman and the Magic Man Kent Spong, okay? There is nothing bigger, there's nothing more legendary, and when these two powers collide, it will be a frequency explosion that will be sent out into the stratosphere, across the galaxy, resonating into history, because fate and destiny has brought this moment together. All right, let's roll. What's going on?
All right, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it'll be, as they say in Britain, I think it would be smashing.
It'd be smashing, mate.
It'd be brilliant.
It'd be brilliant and smashing, mate. It'd be quite entertaining, if I do say so myself.
Right, it would.
It'd be quite entertaining. And guess what? Guess what? If anybody doesn't want to participate, no problem, sir. Just find another partner, because you got millions over there on the British Isles of talented musicians from the top to the bottom, from Liverpool to Manchester, from Newcastle.
And if they don't, I'm going to put a word out
to
there
Birmingham.
For Nick Batt and Gaz Williams.
Nick Batt and Gaz, join the club, baby. This is the Ultimate Frequency Championship. It's going to be a historic event. It's already historic. There's promos being cut all across the internet. Apollo Hanzo's cutting promos. We got one of the fan favorite events, the co-main event of the night, which is Synth Punk versus Colt 45. Colt does beats, and God bless Colt, the #1 draft pick, the prospect from the stars, has come out of nowhere and challenged the legendary, the one and only, the elusive, the Synth Punk, okay? And he's cutting promos on him already, and it's out of control. Let me know if I'm freezing, because I don't think I'm freezing.
No, you're good.
Right.
They both are. They've been both cutting promos on each other.
Cutting promos all over the place. And just so nobody gets it twisted, Echo, this is called combat entertainment music, okay? This is something that is built around the beautiful land of fantasy, and it's totally respectful. It's totally having fun. There ain't going to be no low blows. If there's any low blows, you know what? We might have to let a couple slide if the referee isn't looking, you know what I mean? But overall, bro, overall, you got to keep it above the belt, you know, especially in the main event, with the US versus the UK, Pro Synth Network versus the Synth Renegades, ECHOKRAFT'S no elbows versus Kent Spong and Robbie. Man, what a main event it will be. Me and Machines won. Okay, top talent. Machines won, and Synth Samurai have given up the main event. Step back humbly, put our egos aside, and given the main event over to the legends, ECHOKRAFT and Hans Volt, and the legends, Robbie Pacelli and Kent Spong. And what an event it will be.
I'm hoping,
but we'll see. But guess what? The show must go on. So if you don't accept the challenge, the show will go on.
That's
all right? We got backups upon backups upon backups. But that being said, there would be no other way to have a main event if it wasn't for you 4 people involved in that main event. Late August. Stay tuned for it. Ultimate Frequency Championship 1. All right, let's move on. What do you got going on, Echo? How's the dog?
Oh, he's good. He, you know, he's a dog. He's very territorial. He decided to he decides to eat the bedspread every once in a while, and I tried to grab him to pull him away from it, and he growled and snipped at me. And
like
I
father,
said,
like son, eh?
I'm like, no, we're not having that. I'm the alpha male. And so I put the collar on him that gives him a little buzz, and I gave him a little hemp oil treat that gives him a little buzz, literally. And I gave him a chewy stick, a bully stick, they call it. So hopefully he's laying on the bed sleeping now.
Well, God bless him. God bless little Gizmo. He's a cute little dog, and I know you're enjoying the companionship you're having with him these days. He's a good puppy. And I did hear he chewed one through one of your cables earlier too, did he?
He was eating one of my good cables, and luckily he didn't break through the casing, so that was a good thing. But you know, he's a puppy. He'll be a puppy until he's 2. So you know, he's not even 1 yet. So I mean, he's only 10 months.
Bro, I didn't start walking till 2, man. So don't even worry about it.
I don't think I started walking. I think I stood up and I ran and I slammed my head against the table.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, what time did people start walking?
Like around, I don't know, maybe around 1 or 2, I guess. I don't remember.
Oh no, not 2 months. Okay, I was talking to Mom the other day.
I don't remember.
She said I started walking at 2 months.
Yeah, because my daughter. Yeah. I think that's right.
2 months, I was walking at
2 or 3 months. Yeah. Yeah, no, I stood up and I ran, and I hit my head on the bottom part of the kitchen table. And
dude, you were a tall baby.
I was almost 10 pounds when I was born.
Damn, dude.
So I was a big boy.
Big boy, 10-pounder.
But literally, I literally ran into the table. I don't know if it was a coffee table. No, it was definitely,
because you would have been a tall baby to run into the picnic table.
No, it was a kitchen table, and it was one of those weird ones. It was like real old school. Had the aluminum around the sides or on the edges, and had the metal stick legs.
Oh yeah, the Italian outdoor picnic table.
Yeah, the old
in
Italian
kitchen,
one. Yeah. And I ran directly into it and put a big bruise on my head. And I didn't. After that, I didn't run. I didn't walk. I don't think either. So
hair's been blonde ever since.
I was like. My father was probably like, what the fuck is he doing? You know,
get over here. Get over here.
Well, you know, when they say, you know, were you dropped on the head when you were born? It's like, no, I ran. I got up and I ran into the table.
Well, dude, listen, man. Yeah, I started walking at 2 months, and I believe I was running at 3, and then 3 months. And then I think my parents had me in kindergarten soccer at 4 months with 5-year-olds.
Oh,
which was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Everybody, I don't know, man. People were there taking pictures all the time. Okay, let's get on. Let's not bury the lead of the show. Let's get over and hit. What's that?
No, I just want to say. So you know, I know you guys are probably tired of my thumbnails and my muse, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Because
are the rumors true? Are you working for Moog?
No.
Yeah, right.
I'm not.
Yeah, right, dude. You just had a Moog sticker across your forehead. He's not working for Moog. He's not working for Moog.
Well, hold on, here we go.
Yeah. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Do
There
not
we go.
notice. Do not notice the Moog sticker.
No, I'm not working for Moog, and I wouldn't want to. But I am enjoying it. It's a really, 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 really nice synthesizer. And I'm just doing a whole Moog thing, and I'm going to be doing a hopefully tomorrow night. I might be doing a rant and roll. Because I got something to rant and roll about finally.
Ooh.
You know, I got to scour the internet for that stuff. You know, it's not something that you just come up with. You know what I mean? You got to look for it.
It's got to be the chef's kiss.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And it can't just be something.
It's got to be la biscuit, right?
It really, because you can't just rant and roll about something because then people are saying you're bitching all the time.
Exactly.
You know? So this one's going to be good.
I'm looking
and I'm
forward
laughing
to it.
because you're going to be like, what the?
I enjoyed the last two, and I got to tell you something, man. I've had tons of people. I've been like tons of people writing emails saying, "Man, Echo Unleashed is absolutely out of control in the best kind of way." They're like, "We're loving Echo Unleashed." They're like, "Echo Unleashed is finally someone out there is not afraid to speak their mind. We're loving this." And I'm like, "Yeah, tune in, man. I think he's making it a regular part of his." Echo cast, man, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be part of every episode. There's going to be some type of, and if I'm not doing that, my thing now is I'm going to be jamming like I did the other night. And I know, you know, the algorithm with YouTube, they don't give a shit about musicians jamming, but I like it and I have fun doing it. And
screw the algorithm, baby. That's our motto, right?
That's all. It's all that matters, man. Is you're having fun. I don't buy synthesizers not to play them and not to have fun, you know. So. And some people dig it. You know, I had a lot of people in the chat that night. Unfortunately, my feed crashed. My OBS crashed right when I was about to grab my microphone and start talking to everybody in the chat. And I was like, well, that's over. So
OBS, man, it's like a wild Mustang. You got to tame it. You got to know. You got to constantly be making adjustments and tweaking.
It's crazy. It's like, I was like, all right, well, you know, it gave me that warning sign with all of the code and stuff. I was like, okay, all right, I'm done. You know, so, but yeah, so I want to thank everybody for joining in, and I ended up looking at everybody in the chat after that, which is pretty cool. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and I know you've been doing this whole UFC thing, and
just messing around, man, trying to like constantly create these little projects for to get excited about, and people kind of like. Get into them. And, you know, the Kumite ended. It's over. And, you know, that's in the past now. So you always got to create a new event and move on. This is the Synth Renegade Mafia channel I just pinned in there with ECHOKRAFT, Machines One, myself, Hans Volt, and JML Recording. It's the first ever 5-man channel. Everybody has total access to the channel. They can post, they can go live, they can do whatever they want. It's kind of a huge experiment, so we're playing around with it. So head over there. There's tons of videos. Hans Volt is doing amazing things with his synthesizers over there, so check that out. We got lots of crazy stuff we're doing. It's all a huge experiment, so it's super fun. And so go check out Synth Renegade Mafia.
If anybody saw JML's video, was that today or last night? Oh, it was today. With the microphones thing, that was great. Yeah, he's so educational. Like I didn't know he built his own microphones either, which I thought was pretty cool.
He's a legendary. He's got a legendary studio. There's all kinds of crazy stuff on there. Like I said, it's an interesting channel. And everybody's got like a unique style and a way about it. So it's kind of fun to check it out and listen to what everyone's doing.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there ever going to be any new, I want to say members, I guess, that are going to be joining that channel?
I think we're just trying to like, we're going as we go. And the whole idea of it is to, if you're into it, and you got something that is really clean audio, clean video, fresh, and live, because we're trying to make it live, right? It's all trying to be like a live experience, but you can throw videos on there just generally. Like as you see, these are all the lives videos, tons.
Yeah, because Hans's videos are awesome.
Hans is really doing an awesome, cool job with the live. Tons of stuff with Tasty
Machines.
Chips, Tasty Chips GR1. Machines got some OB6 stuff on there. I got tons of random crap. You got random stuff on there too.
Although Machines and I haven't done a video on SRM for a while, so
yeah, you guys are working into it, right? You're working into it. It's all good. But yeah, so it's all an experiment. We're just experimenting with this because actually we wanted to see if a 5-man channel could actually work, and then how the logistics work about people posting and all that. And it seems to be working quite smooth and clear. So I think it's very, very cool at the moment. And yeah, so that's that. And then this was the lead of the show here, Echo. I don't know if you checked this out earlier. This was Noir et La Blanc, dude, is one of my favorite.
The Quantum.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people on the planet. I love the guy. And
Noir's cool.
He's always told me to go grab the Quantum. The Quantum's the synth I should get. Not the Mark II, the Mark I, because the Mark II is $5,000, which is absolutely mental. The Mark I you can pick up for, sometimes you can get it for $1,800, sometimes $2,000. So it's a big daddy synth, right? Analog filters.
I mean, you know,
digital
when
oscillators.
You think about it, right? I mean, it's $5,000. I mean,
what are you, dude? This is the thing, bro. This is the thing. I'm the only real one left, bro. I'm the only guy who hasn't sold out yet. And I can't even say Hans sold out because
wait. What? That's what you're saying? I sold out?
I think you sold out, bro.
You know,
I think you sold out.
Listen.
You were going to buy, you're working for Moog, so
you were going to buy a PB12, okay? Mm-hmm. And you still want to buy a PB12, right? Mm-hmm. Or is that mushroom juice? I don't know.
This is what
dried
I'm
up.
Do. This is my promise. All right, hold on. Let me jump back screens here. This is my promise because I know that Robbie is going to be representing Team Cream Dream if they signed a contract. They're going to be representing Team Cream Dream, him and Kent Spahn, which, you know, they can use any synthesizers they want, but the Cream Dream is going to be in there, and you guys are going to use the Moog in yours. It doesn't have to be just the Cream Dream because that's pretty limited, right? But you can use everything. But if Robbie and Kent put out that sweet synth juice, I'm going to buy Cream Dream. I might buy it that night. I might buy it that night. Okay, we'll see. But
ladies and gentlemen in the chat, remember the word might, and then might turns into it possibly could happen.
I might buy it because I know that I want it, and I know that I've already pre-glazed it. Okay.
So why do you want it?
Daddy's hungry. Why do I want it? Because one, aesthetically, there's not a more beautiful synthesizer on the market right now. Aesthetically, two, it's got insane performance ability. That's 8 voices nonsense crap. It's got insane performance ability. It's got a ribbon controller, a Morphe pad. It's got full touch, full travel modulation. It's got polyphonic aftertouch, bro. You got an 8-voice friggin' reverb effects unit with keys is what you got with the Moog Muse. And you know, listen, I got sold out by the Maple Syrup Mafia. The Maple Syrup Mafia, which is the Canadians, they abandoned your boy. So I'm actually jumping over with the UK boys. So I'm on Team Cream Dream with Robbie and Kent Spahn. And I got to keep it neutral. As Synth McMahon promoting this event, I have to keep it neutral. But I think I'm cheering for them.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'll tell you what. When you're done trashing my beautiful synthesizer made by Moog, and you know you still haven't bought the Cream Dream, then you know there's a guy that used to be on late night TV, and I believe his name was Morton Downey Jr. Mm-hmm. And he used to say, "Zip it." That's what I'm going to say to you.
I'll tell you what, bro.
No. You said enough. Okay.
It's fine. Dude, I'm fired up. Because listen, I did a jam earlier and it was probably one of the crappiest jams I've ever done.
I didn't even hear it. I didn't even know.
You never show up anymore. It was one of the crappiest jams.
Okay. I never show up anymore.
It's one of the crappiest jams I ever did in my whole life.
You know, instead of this Moog sticker on my head, right? It's just like,
dude, I told you,
shots fired all night long, taking ECHOKRAFT out.
I'm in fight camp. You've been taking me out. It's been 3-on-1 nonstop.
Who's been taking you out?
You, Machines, and Hans been all over me nonstop.
What?
So
that's because of some of the things that you post.
Yeah, well, you know, bro. Listen, facts are facts, truth is truth, and sometimes it stings.
We see things that you post in our little chat group, and we sit there and go, "What the fuck is he talking about now?"
Well, problem is, bro. Listen. I'm not going to get into that. We can't derail the show going into.
No. You listen. You just trashed the shit out of my synth, bro. Listen, I want to see what Hans is saying about all that.
All right. Is Hans in the chat? I think Hans might have took a nap. I'm not sure. He's not showing up here again. I guess he didn't ring the bell like I told him to earlier. But
what about machines?
We got Patch Dog, we got Roy Droid Boy, we got Zed Aeratone, we got Rob Taylor, we got Eternian, we got Fist, Slack, Synth Fun. Everybody's pumping. We got Moser, Trusto from Symptoms of Reality. Shout out to Symptoms of Reality, one of the greatest channels on the internet right now. Awesome community. Shout out to two of the boys, and also shout out to Ideations of Men, the great channel that they're doing, and they got a workout program they're doing over there. Cool, go check that out. Always shout out to the fellas.
What would they buy for the snacks?
What do you mean?
I don't know. They went to the grocery store today. What did they buy for snacks?
I don't know. I checked at the grocery store. They had looks like they were grabbing some coffee, bro. You need some of that black coffee.
Ooh, yeah.
I'd like to know, am I the only real one around here that drinks their coffee black, not with a ton of friggin' cream in it?
I don't put cream in my coffee.
Everybody throw a black heart emoji in the chat if you're down with the black coffee.
I don't put cream in my coffay.
What do you put in it?
I'm not telling you. You know why? Every time I say something, 8-voice reverb unit. That's what you bought.
No, okay. Let me break kayfabe for a minute. I actually do think that I was blown away at how that Muse rivaled the multi-poly. I was blown away. I was like, okay, this thing is for real. This thing got a chance against the multi-poly. I thought it was like decent. And what makes the Moog Muse epic is you, not the Muse, bro. You playing that and some of those patches you made are mind-blowing. I think you've made 2 to 3 of the best patches I've heard on the Muse yet.
No.
My opinion. Yeah, definitely.
No, I mean, Vic Korftron's Blade Runner patch is pretty awesome.
It's pretty good, dude. But did you name a patch ECHOKRAFT?
Yeah.
That patch, because I'm jogging my memory now, the ECHOKRAFT patch that you did was absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's a hover patch. That's what's called a hover patch.
Oh, dude.
So the oscillators are tuned slightly out of tune, and well, actually, it's more like tuned up to fifths.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them's tuned up to fifths, so it's got that kind of off. But I used a lot of reverb. The reverb on the delay on this thing is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that. I do. But I got to tell you, I would have bought a Cream Dream. Now you knew I was heading that way.
I know.
And then I just kept watching videos and I just wasn't impressed with it. I'm a pad guy, like I said. I love big pads, and a lot of the PB12 pads just weren't doing it for me. And I like that. And if Moe's didn't come out with this, I probably would have went for like, a Prophet 10 or an OB6.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got those big giant 80s pads, that deep bass. But I don't know if I talked about. Did I talk about this? I sold the Three Sisters. I sold the Wave State, the Mod Wave, and the Op 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it's back ordered, but there is a multi-poly desktop model coming my way. So I got rid of 3 keyboards. And it's like I'm downsizing for some weird reason. It's very strange.
You're getting into the zone, bro. You get into the big boy world now. It's like once you get into the big boy synths, do you feel like I shout out to Rob Taylor, cheap crafting copy money. Thanks, baby. We'll put $2 in we'll get a gas station coffee tomorrow in one of those styrofoam cups, man. Jack.
Actually, McDonald's coffee is really good.
McDonald's is decent, dude. Cumberland Farms, man.
Cumberland Farms coffee is awesome.
You can't beat that. But I go to a little country store down the road and I pick up a sausage McMuffin, not a McDonald's one.
Yeah, you like that sausage.
Yeah, I like the McMuffin, bro. We call it a sausage country muffin. And then I pick up one of those big dark coffees, dude. And it's delicious, man. So everybody thinks I'm not going to buy Cream Dream. Polls closed. 40% say yes. 60% said I ain't getting the Cream Dream. Yeah, we'll see.
Wow.
We'll see what's up.
So what were you going to ask me?
People say we're losing some frames and dropping some stuff, but that's just the way it is, man. We're always experimenting, drop frames, blah, blah, blah. It's just how it is. Just going to have to go with it. What was I asking you? Oh, yeah. I was asking you about this. So, now I'm going to jump over here. So the Waldorf Quantum,
Yeah.
This was the Mark II that came out, and it was $5,000, right? Give or take. You know, we're never going to go into great detail about that, but it was around $5,000, maybe more actually. And the only thing different than the Mark I is they might have fixed the screen because the screen was starting to peel on the Mark I.
Yeah, that's who has that? That said there's.
It was an issue people were having. The screen was peeling, right? So.
Well, wasn't it somebody in our group?
It might have been Noir. Might have said the screen peel. I don't know if he had a peeling screen or not, but someone said his screen. But the only difference was
it Smarty? Was it Smarty?
I don't know. Is Smarty here tonight? Smarty, if you're in the chat, let us know.
Somebody said it was peeling, and that's one of the reasons that they bummed about it, but they kept it. They said that because the synth is amazing.
Yeah, had some screen peel. So it's got analog filters, digital oscillators. It's a monster, and the only difference in the Mark II and the Mark I, as far as I could read, was it had polyphonic aftertouch.
Is it a touch display?
It's touched. I think it's a touch display. Yeah, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I'm pretty sure it's a touch display.
You know, it's funny. When I was at NAMM, I saw it, and I didn't play it.
But I think that was a Mark I. They could be coming with a Mark III, bro. That's the thing. Let's check this out. Sound demo. Yeah, someone said the screens were like collapsing back into themselves like a black hole, but I don't know if that's true.
Jesus. Sounds very digital. Ooh. All right, now that's warm. I like that.
That's warm.
That's very nice.
Nice, right? So
yeah,
it can sound digital, it can sound analog. Like I said, it's got the Mini Freak vibe with the analog filters, which is cool. But the screen is absolutely awesome. It's huge. I think it's touchscreen.
It's color. It's all color. I know that.
And you can really see what's going on. And apparently, it's absolutely dream to play. And obviously, with the polyphonic aftertouch, is cool. But
I mean, I like Waldorf stuff. I've had Waldorf synths in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Do they make the Idiom too, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Iridium, yeah.
The Iridium. And
the Iridium's just digital. It doesn't have analog filters, right? So that's the difference.
Now, is that a keyboard or is that a desktop?
They got desktop and the keyboard in the Iridium. And people rave about the Iridium. I know Scott McCulley Sounds raves about the Iridium. I know James Dyson raves about the Iridium. There's a bunch of people who love the Iridium.
I mean, Waldorf stuff's always been up there in price too. Like, even when I had a Waldorf Pulse, not the Pulse 2, the original Waldorf Pulse. It was a 2-space rack mount, 3-space rack mount.
Yeah.
And that was a fucking killer synthesizer, man. He's got some great bass sounds out of that thing. And at that, I bought that used at Guitar Center, and I think I paid like 400 and something bucks for it. So I mean, and I also had one of the little purple and black things. I forget what the hell it was called. It's a weird name. The
yeah, I know what you're talking about. The purple and the black one. The stretch fit or whatever it is.
Stitch fit or whatever the fuck it is.
Stitch fit. Yeah.
And I actually sold that. I didn't like it. It was okay, but it wasn't what I was looking for. But a buddy of mine had the orange one. What's the orange one called?
Was the orange the microwave?
I think it was a microwave. Yeah. He had the rack mount microwave, which sounded freaking amazing, dude.
Microwaves, the stretch fit. That's what everyone's saying. We can't.
Yeah,
that's
what it
that.
is.
I'm a newbie, bro. So I can't pronounce everything. Echo's Italian. So listen, if you came here for pronunciation and details, you're in the wrong spot. All right.
Was it stretch
fretch? Stretch fretch.
Stretch fritz.
So also they got the sledge. The sledge is underrated. Let's listen to
nine Spuckensy.
Let's listen to a couple more sounds. Waldorf Quantum 2 sound demo. Not paying $5,000 for it though, right? So
yeah, I mean, right there, like when I hear that kind of sound, I think
you don't like that, do you? You don't like the glassy.
No, I never did. Glassy
okay,
bells.
Let me skip forward. Let's see if we
that
get
reminds me of the Hydra.
That's what I was just thinking. When I'm listening to that, I'm like, Hydra. Let's see if they got any more analog style. Hold on.
Oh.
All right. All right, let's hear this one.
Oh, there's little bells in there. You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a Vangelis patch.
So, a lot going on. So, I guess the main point is the friggin' Waldorf Quantum can do a lot. It can sound warm. It can sound glassy. It's a beast. So,
I mean, again, and it was the Waldorf Microwave XT. I was reading the chat. XT. That's exactly what my buddy had. So it's being discontinued?
It's being discontinued. Is it being discontinued because they can't sell many because it's so overpriced? Or are they coming out with a Mark III? I don't know. People were saying in the chat that the Iridium had the same problems. One dude bought 3 Iridiums and the screen fell through on 3 of them. So they've had an issue with the screens. I don't know what it is.
That's messed up.
So it's kind of weird. And dude, when you pay a lot of money, bro, when you get a Moog Muse show up, any little thing that goes wrong, you're like, no, you're like, please no, because you paid so much money.
Or if you're Yuki the Dragon and you have
if you're Yuki, there's poor guy's cursed. There's always something wrong, Poor fella, man. I feel bad. He's just cursed.
3 Polybrute 6s, 2 of them showed up crushed.
3 Polybrutes and they came destroyed.
Somebody said in my chat, they were like, if I was FedEx, I'd investigate Yuki the Dragon.
If I was FedEx, yeah, get the FBI over to Yuki's. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Yuki. Keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Keep doing your thing, Yuki. So that's the Waldorf Quantum. That was the lead tonight. That's what we were looking at. And just let me check something real quick in the chat here. Can everyone let me know, is the stream coming in clear? Is it choppy? Is the audio good? I just want to check everything because me and Echo did some switching around behind the scenes and just want to know if it's coming in clear, if it's chopped up, is there any lag or delays? If there is, I'll change some things in real time.
It seems fine now, but in the beginning it was a little choppy.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was like a little bit choppy, but that's all good as long as we don't have a disaster like we did after Jumping Man played his crazy.
Oh, remember that? That was
crazy sound that totally troned out the. The show. Listen, it's happened twice. 2 times we've had a Kumite episode where the song has been so intense it jammed up the stream.
No, dude.
Hans Volt and Jumping Man.
The worst one was when we were doing the very first Kumite and a tree fell down and took your whole fucking electrical system out, dude. That was bad.
Very first Kumite.
Remember?
Lightning pole got hit by lightning. Tree came down and shut the Kumite down. Yep. But there's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of things going on. I don't want to get into too much inside baseball, but a lot of behind the scenes things have been trying to stop the synth renegades from rising in this little sphere we're in. There's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes where people are trying to knock it down and suppress it, but we can't be stopped. You know why, Echo Baby? Because the cream always rises to the top.
Because the revolution won't be televised.
The revolution won't be televised, but all invited.
The renegades, are you kidding me, man? This is a movement. We're on the move.
It's a good time. It's a good time. And I think everybody's having a good time.
And I think it's a great time to be alive and be into synthesizers because I go way back, that with synths. And I have to say, there was nothing like this even back then. You know, we've got YouTube, we've got all kinds of companies, Behringer making stuff. I mean, you know,
shout out to Behringer always.
Shout out to Patch
Shout
Dog,
out to
Behringer.
Patch Dog, absolute greatest demo man in the game. Shout out to Uli, the greatest CEO in the game, and shout out to Behringer, the greatest company in the game. No matter what anybody says, they're
we were talking about that today.
And history will look back. I'm telling everybody right now, I got a crystal ball. Everybody knows it. You know it now, don't you? You've experienced it. You've experienced the, what do you call it? The precognition. And history will look back on Behringer.
No. And listen, guys, we're not fucking around right now. Like, this is the truth.
Yeah.
He says shit and it happens.
History will look back.
It's weird. You know what I mean? But it's just real quick. We were talking about this today. And I have 2 wasps, and I had done some stuff the other night, and I was just using the cat. I had the wasps off of the cat. If you heard it, that bass sound that you heard was the cat, and it sounded amazing. But the 2 wasps, one thing I love about this, and this is true analog, you know, everybody says, oh, all of Behringer's synthesizers sound the same, right? No, they don't. First of all. Second of all, no analog synthesizer sounds the same. So you could have 2 wasps and they're built in the same factory and everything. They have different characteristics when you turn them on and they warm up. They sound different. And one of the wasps is more gritty. Yes, Death Grip Mustache.
Shout out to Death Grip Mustache Wax.
Shout out to
not a sponsor, we just
Liquid
love
Death.
them. Because on this show, we do it shillbilly style, baby. We glaze products we love just for the hell of it.
That's right.
Just for the echo, just for the smell of it.
So, like I was saying though, before I got rudely interrupted,
it's called embedded advertising.
Great.
Yeah.
No, really, seriously, the 2 wasps I have, they sound completely different from one another. And that's one thing I love about Behringer is, like, you know, if you're buying Behringer, anything analog by Behringer, they're not going to sound the same. I don't care what anybody says, you know? And in this day and age, getting back to what I was saying, there's nothing like being alive in this time now with all of the stuff that we get to choose from synthesizer wise. It's just incredible. You know,
it's a beautiful time to have entered the arena, and I'm having a good time. And like I was telling Hans the other day, we were having a quick chat and I was like, bro, who knows how long this is going to last? But at the moment, everybody's having a good time. Everybody's feeling the vibe. Nothing lasts forever. So while this flame is burning, we're going to burn it bright. And we're just going to keep having a good time, keep telling the truth, keep being honest, and keep just the energy at max, right?
And keep shellacking.
And keep shellacking. I'm the glaze, you do the shellac, all right? We're doing it in reverse, Echo. We're involved in one of the greatest experiments of all time. It's called the reverse double-double super golden truffle. And you know what I'm talking about, right? It's that. So, all right, let's jump on over to our next one here. Everybody, Synth Punk just showed up in the house. What's the shout out to Synth Punk? We got Art, Heathcliff, everybody's piling in. We got Banana Rider 69 just blew in here. Zed Eratone. We got John Gabriel Costello. So we got multiple accounts from John in here tonight. He must have 6 or 7 computers going on at his house. We got still no Hans. Hans is working on his friggin' UFC track, dude.
He's working on something.
Yeah. Okay. So let's jump on over here. This was another cool thing. I was talking to Hans about it earlier today. Was the Oxy, or however you say that, OXI, Oxy 1 Mark II. And just this picture alone gave me the chicken skin, baby. I was like, oh, look at how beautiful that looks.
What is it?
Aesthetically. So this is the beautiful sequencer, hardware sequencer that came out in 2020. Okay. Yeah, the Oxy 1. Gorgeous. They started on Kickstarter. They blew their Kickstarter out of the water right off the bat. And it came out.
Oh, it's upside down. That's why I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, upside down, man, you know, because they want you to really look at it. So when people put products upside down, what it does, it makes you really look at it, right? It makes you look a little longer. That's the magic trick with an upside down product. You know, that's marketing 101. Dark arts. But listen, they blew the Korg SQ64 out of the water, which was their sequencer that came out, because this thing was an absolute monster. And
yeah, a lot of people were saying that the Korg one was a little difficult.
A little difficult to use. And this one here looks like they said they did everything better, man. Screens bigger, screens brighter, screens better, more lanes, more tracks, more sequences, grid-based, kind of like the Synthstrom Deluge, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the little silicon knobs. And it's
Yeah,
got
it's
more
like
memory, more tracks,
it
more
looks like a
features.
piece of software that they turned into a piece of hardware.
Doesn't it look gorgeous with the colors, though?
That's nice.
It's nice,
The blue
right?
and the black.
Yeah, something about that blue and black. Dude, you should make a shirt with that nice greenish turquoise blue in it, too.
Well, I'm working on one.
Yeah, you got one coming?
Yeah, actually, that's weird that you should say that.
Nice, man, because I told you.
Should I tell you what it says?
Yeah, give us a hint. Don't tell us full on. Let's see if the chat can guess. Give us some hints.
Yeah.
Echo's going to give you a hint on some shirts here. Let's see if you can guess. What do you got?
It's such a play on words.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the hint?
It's well, I'm just going to tell you.
Okay.
It's a MAGA shirt.
Oh, damn. You going full? What is it? We're almost May. I guess you're going to go full, are you?
So it's Make Analog Great Again.
Oh, dude. Make analog great again. Okay. I dig it. Do you have a design set up for it? What are you going to do with it?
So it has like this cool little looking ninja guy.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of two swords, he's got two keyboards in his back.
Cool.
And it's that color blue. It's like that greenish, like teal blue.
Turquoise.
Yeah.
I like that, dude. Cool, man. I'm excited for that one.
I'm pretty psyched. I know people are going to be like, what does that mean? Because I'm not going to spell it out on the front. It's going to say MAGA. And then on the back, it's going to say Make Analog Great Again. Just to piss people off.
Very cool, dude. You know what that's called? That's called, what do we call that? Rebellious? Or do we call that punk rock or?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Art says make Behringer great again. No, dude, we don't have to do that. They're already great.
Behringer's already great. Just make them greater.
Yeah.
Make Behringer greater than ever before. Right?
Banana Rider 69. Make Analog great again.
Cool. Renegades want Bernie.
What does it say?
Jason Williams is like, MAGA barf, the Renegades want Bernie.
Oh, yeah, I want a socialist running my country. That's a great idea.
It's a Synth show, bro. It's only
what happened? I didn't say anything.
It's only April, dude.
What did I say?
It's only April. You can't go that hardcore yet. It's only April, bro. Come on. All right, so let's keep rolling. We got the Oxy. So what people were saying about this thing, it's got new performance mode, improved arranger mode, custom scales, enhanced logic conditions, new Oxy app. And if we look down here at the Spectrodiliacs, 8 sequencers with 64 tracks per sequencer. That's big time.
I want to know, does it, so I always wondered about this. Like, why don't they make sequencers have effects on them?
Well, good question. Because then you'd have to run the audio into it, right? So,
well,
where this,
but if it's digital, would you?
Interesting. Very interesting. Look at this. Up to 6 MIDI ports, 96 MIDI channels, 2 CVs, battery operated, SD card, load any 20 projects from the internal storage, 16 LFOs per sequencer. Did you hear me?
Yes,
16 LFOs per sequencer. So this thing is a monster. A lot of people use this for modular because this company also makes modular stuff. Yeah. And I just feel like for me, as a non-DAW guy, a non-VST guy, I like all hardware. Being able to have a hardware sequencer that has like 8 sequences running in it.
Yeah, I have an Korg SQ1.
6 MIDI ports is pretty bomb, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It's very cool for a hardware guy, you know? Let's see if we got a friggin' video here. Probably don't.
But I have a Korg SQ1 and I've got the Arturia.
It ain't cheap though, bro.
Yeah, what's it, like $800?
The original's 700 and the new one they're saying is going to be under 1,000, so 999 basically for pre-order. But it's a very cool very cool sequencer, I think.
Oh, wait a minute. Go back to the specs again.
Yeah.
It says Instantly load any of the 20 projects from the internal store. That's pretty cool, man.
Cool, right? So you can save your projects. So, dude, just think
So
about
if you were
this.
doing some live stuff, you could do a whole live show with this
Whole
thing.
live show with it, but also think about it, dude. You save your projects, and then you can run. You could take it out, and you can MIDI. I could bring that over to your house. I could MIDI that into
any synth,
into any your synth, and now I got my melodies, my projects all set up. Isn't that
yeah,
cool?
no, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, pretty much you can do that with all these things, but this one here is like a monster. So I think I'm going to probably buy this one. I just got to wait on a couple things and check with the accountant, but looks like this might be coming to the studio near you.
Well, I don't know. You're not that far from me, so that's a possibility.
And dude, it's gorgeous. This in the Astro Lab, bro? Ooh.
No. I'm all done with the Astro Lab.
Even with pigments?
I mean, I got an Osmos. It's like I don't know.
All right. Well, listen.
Look at that little sucker right there, the yellow jacket.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to cover any VSTs, but you know what?
Okay, I'll shut up.
No,
no
I'm going to cover it because a lot of people have VSTs, but why I wanted to talk about the yellow jacket from Cherry Audio. I'm not a VST guy. You've got experience with VSTs, so you take the lead on this one. What is Cherry Audio like as a company? What are their VST products like? And for you as an owner of two Behringer Wasps, is this something to interest you or to just kind of try and maybe test against the Wasps or what?
I'll be honest with you. I haven't. I do want to download the demo and try it. Right now it's on sale for $49. What I like about this, apparently it's poly. The Wasp isn't. The Wasp is totally mono. Yeah,
but you got two, so you got a stereo Wasp.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you know, knowing Cherry. So first of all, the first question you asked, what is Cherry Audio like? Cherry Audio is great. They make great products. I own a bunch of Cherry Audio VSTs. They sent me the what was it? The CR78 or what was it called? The drum machine.
CR78. Yep, the rolling.
Yeah, they sent me one of those to demo, and I liked it a lot. So I did a couple of videos on that. And I own the Juno 106 that they have. I own a vocoder that they have. I have a bunch of stuff by them. I'm going to put them up there with, there's the original. Look at that.
Original's crazy looking, eh?
Oh, I played one of those, bro.
Very, very cool, man.
That's why I wanted a Wasp.
Little history here. It says circuit board contained dually digital control VCOs, 12 dB octave VCF, an LFO called a control oscillator, 2 envelope generators, 1 VCA and other for the LFO. There was a glide pitch bend knobs built in, speaker, and definitely had a character. So it was a pretty crazy little synth first time.
It was, and it was a metal key bed, so there was no keys. So it was a touch plate bed. And I have to be honest with you, it was the nastiest, dirtiest freaking synthesizer I ever played.
No, so do you think the Behringer, not to go on a Behringer kick here, but do you think the Behringer, like $59 for this, you can get a Wasp for 140?
Yeah, no, I mean, I would clearly buy the Wasp from Behringer first.
One thing about Cherry Audio, though, I gotta say, is when they make a VST, it looks friggin' slick.
Oh, it looks nice.
It looks slick, you know, like they really make it look.
Like I said, I put Cherry Audio up there with G-Force, David Spears' company, which makes amazing. They make the Oscar synthesizer, which is amazing. And I would put it up there with Artoria's V collection. Cool, man. Really cool stuff. So Cherry Audio is up there, man. And when you listen to their stuff, I have a couple of Cherry Audio effects packs too. And when you listen to their stuff, I'm telling you, sonically, they sound amazing. You know, play the demo. I'll shut up.
No, I wasn't gonna play. I was just loading up. You know what I would like from like this is kind of stupid, but we just want to think this is me being a VST hater, but wouldn't it be cool if Cherry Audio partnered with somebody and just released a very awesome MIDI controller that was fully functional for their VSTs, you know?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And they had a screen built into it the same size as the Waldorf screen where the VST would show up in that little screen.
And everything would route to it.
And everything would route to it automatically, you know?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Call it the Cherry Bomb.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, all right, let's play this here because I don't think there's much in this, just a little teaser. So Zid Irritom in the chat for like, so a VST in a box? Like, and then he was like, so like a computer? Yeah, basically. Like a computer. Yeah. I kind of like VSTs in boxes. Do you? I like them.
Well,
like, look at the Juno X, bro.
I was just going to say, we own one. I mean, we own a couple of them.
Yeah, I think I only own VSTs in boxes. I think everything I own is a VST in a box. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess the Hydra.
The Hydra.
I mean, yeah, the Juno.
Osmos.
I don't know. The Osmos is weird, dude. It's got its own engine. It has its own sound engine. So I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I guess when someone says it's a
I'm looking at the Mini Freak.
Analog. Yeah.
I'm looking at the Mini Freak. The Mini Freak's definitely not a VST in a box.
Why? Because it's got analog filters?
I mean, but there's nothing that they make that sounds like that other than well, then again, all right, I'll shut up. The software, they do make the Mini Freak. Yeah, but the Mini Freak software sounds, I don't give a shit what anybody says. It doesn't sound like that.
Yeah, I said that the other day in one of the shows. I was like, man, the native software doesn't sound as good as the multi-poly. And someone wrote me an email. I can't remember his name, but he wrote me an email. I haven't wrote him back yet. I apologize.
Yeah, I saw that.
I got so many friggin' emails. Just got to give me a chance to write back. If you write me, don't get upset if it takes a couple days. But he said, I'm a beta tester for the multi-poly. And let me tell you something right now. We actually had to adjust the native because it was basically, I'm paraphrasing, blowing out the speakers. He was like, so we had to adjust it to go into the friggin' thing, into the hardware, because it was nuclear in the software. Now, personally, he's saying that. Do I believe him? Well, there's alternative facts these days, right? So I'm going with the idea that it doesn't. Maybe it's because I bought it, but maybe it does. I don't know. There's just something about when you touch it. I think there's a connection that goes to the sound, whereas if it's on the computer and you got a mouse and you're moving, I just feel like it's just not the same.
Well, there's that whole when you touch something, it's different than dragging a mouse or it really is. When you turn a knob on something and you feel you're actually making it happen and you feel it. It's different than being on a VST, dude. I use both of them. So that's why I surround myself with hardware, because I just love the way, number one, it looks, it's fun to play, and tweaking knobs, man. And it's just, there's nothing like it.
VSTs are the blow up dolls of the electronic music industry. I've said that since day one.
And I will say this, there was somebody who commented one time and he said, well, I don't have a whole lot of room. I live in a very small place and VSTs are what I use. And I totally get it. Like, I get that, you know what I mean? And it is a lot less expensive, so, I mean, if you are living like, there's some people that, I know a guy that lives in Thailand, and what Thailand's like, very small apartments. And he has a controller, a little drum machine, and he does everything on his computer.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
In the box.
Nothing wrong with it. Most of the time, I'm just messing around. It's like, I mean, you know that, bro. You can't take me too serious. If you do, you're in for a long night, all right? Because you're going to be going to war with someone who just kind of, is.
And if anybody does, they're going to be like, and they take you seriously, they really are in for a long night, because they're just trying to figure you out the whole time. And then when you start laughing, they're like, is this guy fucking joking or what? Like, oh, it's fucking brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Bloomsbury Pedals, man. The greatest guitar pedal company in the world.
Hey, what's up, Greg?
Greg's here, man. Shout out to him. He sponsored the Synth Kumite this year, and everybody absolutely loved it. I know some people picked up some pedals too. I know that Twin City Oxygen just did a couple demos with the Fred's Lab Manatee through Greg's tall, fat, and wide pedal. And dude, the difference was crazy in the beef it gave it. It just made it tall, fat, and wide. He turned off the pedal. I was like, oh shit, I can't even hear that. Turned it on. It was like, so those Greg's pedals are awesome, dude. So check out loonsburypedals.com, and he's got some amazing guitar pedals. Builds them all by hand. American-made company, and you know we love America big time. Even though I'm Canadian, I've represented the maple syrup mafia. Even though I'm Canadian, I'm an American boy, right, Echo? You guys have taken me in. Can we agree? Come on, bro. Come on, don't kick me out yet, dude. Come on, just let me stay a little longer, dude. I know you guys are kicking everyone out right now, but just let me.
No. We wouldn't do that to you. We just put you in a labor camp, dude.
Just let me chill for a little bit, all right? Just let me chill. Okay?
We'll just make you. We're gonna put you in a camp that makes chips for synthesizers.
If you'd be like, Samurai, get over there, make us some more chips.
I was just reading the comments.
You can pay me in ketchup.
You'd like that. I know you would.
Yeah.
It says Electron says, don't you assign your VST parameters to knobs, sliders on your controller? I've done that in the past. I don't even bother now. It's just a pain in the ass. That's the nice thing about hardware.
Yeah. Mapping everything's annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, I will tell you this.
Save Synth Samurai. Hashtag save Synth Samurai. Don't let Echo and Hans Volt and Machines One deport me. Can we get a hashtag save Samurai going, please?
I would
don't
never
let them
do that
deport
to
me.
you.
I can't go back to Canada. Please, God, don't send me back to Canada. Don't send me back to Canada.
I'll hide you in the basement, bro.
Don't send me back to Canada, please. It's so cold. It's so expensive, and they take all your money.
They do.
Yeah. Anyway, we're having a laugh, but yeah, shout out to the Maple Syrup Mafia.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, it was Omnisphere that you can take. Say you have a Moog, you could take the Moog on the Omnisphere, and it actually maps out, which I thought was really cool. Maps out all the stuff on the synth, the knobs and everything. But I don't even bother doing that anymore because I have so many hardware synths. You know, I wouldn't even waste my time doing that, you know?
I know. Mapping stuff's annoying. I did a couple of VSTs at one time, and I had to map everything, and I was like, nah, screw that. I like immediacy. Call me what you want to call me. I like immediate, and I like getting right into it because I'm like you. I kind of can lose interest real quick if you don't really give me that off the bat, right? Someone just asked in the chat, what happened to the Juno Diddy series? The Juno Diddy series is now in production. We got a new episode dropping in November. We got a whole crew working on that actually in Canada, and we'll be dropping an episode that will blow your mind in the Juno Diddy series, the Juno X files, and that's coming in November. And there's lots of turns and twists in that series, so stay tuned for that in November. For those of you out there wondering where the Juno X, Juno Diddy series is at this current state and time. Okay? Anything else?
George G's. Hey, George.
Georgie G's is in the chat. Mixed Master. We got Electron in here. We got Synth Punks obviously in the chat. We got James here. Whatever happened, he was the one who asked that question. Harmonic Sonics. What's up, baby? Harmonic Sonics just cut a great promo on CJ Magic. Lots of promos being cut. I think it's fun. Don't you think it's fun?
Mixed Master. This is very interesting. He says, Echo, Jordan Rudess is up to something new and big. I haven't heard of anything. I'm curious because he is freaking amazing. He's an amazing keyboard player. I know he did stuff with, was it CME? And also he's messed around. He's done stuff with the Osmos. So I'd be curious to see what he's doing next, you know? He's got his hands in everything. I mean, when they're that good, these guys, when they're that great keyboard players, I'm sure people just come up to them and say, here, have this.
It's humbling.
Play this.
It's humbling, you know? Isn't it? Like Dr. Mix. I was watching Dr. Mix the other day. Shout out to Dr. Mix. Dr. Mix is a synth renegade. We love Dr. Mix, man.
Yeah, he's
Myself
awesome.
And Echo, we love him. He did a live stream the other day. His first live stream in 2 years where he was actually not just doing because a lot of times they'll do the, what do you call it, a premiere.
Yeah, he does like unboxing videos.
Yeah,
and stuff.
He'll do premieres where it looks like it's live, but it's not. But he went live the other day and he was using the RC505 and doing some loops and stuff. And man, the guy is it's humbling to watch someone who's that good on the keys when you're a caveman like myself who's just messing around. And you're like,
no,
wow.
He's just amazing.
Yeah. So
even like when he was at NAMM, he was going to NAMM and he was asked to play in the different booths and stuff. So he would just go, and that was his whole shtick. Like he wasn't going to NAMM to look at stuff. He was asked to play at NAMM. You know,
and he's got charisma, dude. So he's awesome live.
Oh, he's awesome.
Right? He's great live. He's got great charisma.
And he's a super nice guy from what I understand too.
And he's a legend. He can go off script, no problem. So if anybody didn't check it out, check out Dr. Mix's, go to his live section. He got that live stream. It's awesome. And he broke out the C15 in there too, dude. Which
Really?
is my dream synth. The C15 is my dream synth. 5Gs, obviously ain't getting that anytime soon, but I friggin' love it.
And one thing I like about him too, what he does do in an unboxing video, he has a camera guy that works with him. And his enthusiasm is fucking awesome because
it's the best.
Like when he did the Moog Muse one, he would just, he'd sit there and went, oh, and then he'd try something, you know? And I think that's cool. I don't think that's shilling. I don't think that's shellacking. I don't think that's glazing.
It's called enthusiasm. Like it's legit enthusiasm.
Yeah, like Bartok,
legit enthusiasm.
A guy kills me because he's so happy that he discovered something or he played some. A lot of people made fun of him, man, and I was just like,
him, man. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I think he's wicked cool,
bro. Haters gonna hate. You know what 50 Cent said? Let the haters hate while we watch the synths pile up. Right?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
All right, so let's check this last one out here, Echo, on the charts over here. We had this.
Wait a minute, hold on.
What we got?
Greg says that he had players at his NAMM booth. Tom Brislin of Kansas. Oh,
cool.
The keyboard player from Kansas. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Or is he the guitar player from Kansas? I don't know. I don't know them by name in Kansas. I know the band Kansas. They're amazing.
Anybody heard of Tribal Need? Banana Water wants to know.
I can't even right now.
Do you know who Tribal Need is, dude?
Fucking come on, bro.
Tribal Need. Tribal Need is like a meme in the Synth Renegade universe, dude. Thanks to Hyper. Shout out to Hyper.
Yeah, Hyper. Thanks, bro. Thanks for spamming our freaking chat every time you were on to have us listen to Tribal Needs.
Digitally rest in peace, Hyper.
Right.
He's in the graveyard of broken dreams now, dude. Him and Stanky Danky.
We mentioned their names. We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I know. All right, so Drift DJ Industries. Have you seen this thing, dude? The Zero spinning into production. This thing is like a mini 2-track DJ machine.
What?
You haven't seen this thing? I covered this like probably a year ago, but I think it's out. It's a portable 2-deck DJ device. And they finally got a price. It's a super little mini thing. I never, as a man, I don't know, dude, let me ask you something. And this is like man to man. Now just pretend we're not live.
Okay.
I never say the word cute. Do you? I just don't use it, bro.
Unless it's a chick.
I just don't use it. You know?
Like, oh, she's kind of cute.
Yeah, but do you really even use that anymore? Who are you saying that to? Your wife?
No, like, yeah, so for instance, I was at a restaurant with my wife and the waitress was awesome and she was adorable and she was funny and she's this little bitty thing. And I said to my wife, I said, she's kind of cute. You know what I mean? My wife was just like, yeah, she's adorable. You know, I mean, that's what you use that in context. I wouldn't use it for a piece of gear. Isn't it cute?
Yeah. It's a word for me that just doesn't come up.
Isn't this piece of gear cute? It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's special.
Yeah, dude. Okay, dude, ECHOKRAFT, do Eon or Neon ECHOKRAFT shill that product in cute lingo?
Why?
Just for the laugh, dude. See what you got. Come on, bro. All right, so let's check it out. We got cool DJ device. What?
What's it called?
What about puppies? I never call puppies cute either, do I? I just don't.
No, I don't call my puppy cute.
It just doesn't sound right saying it.
I call him a handsome boy.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound right. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's
or
me.
If he does something, if he does something cute, I'll say he's adorable.
Yeah. Adorable. You know? All right, so this is $125 deposit and then $4.99 total for this thing. And we're gonna get to see a size.
It's worth $125.
Let's see, because we got a video.
Because it's cute.
Yeah, here, let's check the video. I think you might end up picking this up, Echo.
Oh, no.
Hello, I'm Jared from Drift DJ Industries, and I'm here to introduce Zero. Let's take a look. Zero is a 2-channel DJ system with an internal battery, sync playback, beat grid, EQ, effects, looper, and a familiar DJ mixer layout.
Oh yeah, it's
fun to play and ready to work anytime, anywhere. Zero also likes to hang out with friends. Its 2 stereo inputs and 2 stereo outputs can be configured to route audio, CV, and clock signals into and out of the device. And however you choose to perform with Zero, you can always roll tape. The built-in recording system captures everything to internal storage. Connect to your laptop to transfer music to and from the device. Add songs with a simple drag and drop, or with third-party library management software. So that's Zero, folks, and thanks for watching. Subscribe here, follow us on Instagram.
What do you think?
Eh.
I mean,
what's the Roland one?
Roland, the sampler one, the P6.
Yeah, even dude, that thing's sick.
P6 is crazy. This could be crazy.
I don't know, man. It's just, you know, I don't know, dude. Like, I guess
if problem, bro, you got to mow views now. You can't.
No. Because I don't like. I never liked the all-in-one boxes, and I've owned a couple of them, and I'm just kind of like all done with that shit. Like maybe if I was traveling a lot, that would be actually fun to have. What's the other one that we looked at? I
like the Polysynth was cool.
Yes, that was cool. What's the other one? There was another one too.
The Ableton Push.
Was it the Push?
Yeah. You don't remember?
It says Apollo.
No. I was looking up something else while you were talking.
Oh, I'm like, what's the Ableton Push?
Ableton Push is not here. I was going to load up Apollo's promo he just cut.
Oh, Apollo looks like Yanni in that picture.
That's right. So let's play. I scour the internet now and I check out people's promos for the upcoming right here, the UFC, the Ultimate Frequency Championship, which we might have to end up changing to World Frequency Championship, depending on if we get some hassle. But as of right now, we're all good. But this is Apollo's. He's cutting this on Roy Droid Void right now. Let's check it out.
I mean, the WFC would sound better.
I think so. WFC might be cool. Maybe I'll change it. We got time to change it. But right now, it's UFC.
Know that we are fighting the fake news.
So hold on. So Apollo is taking on RVD in the Ultimate Frequency Championship in August, which, just to recap for everybody, is called Combat Music, and it's going to be 1 versus 1, one song each, and there'll be a live vote after each song is played, where the live chat will vote for the winner, and then that winner then will get that tacked onto their record in the ranking system that we're creating in the Ultimate Frequency Championship universe. So this is a promo that Apollo has cut on RDV, Roy Droid Void.
To know that we are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake. A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are. They are the enemy of the people. Because they have no sources. They just make them up when there are none. I saw one story recently where they said 9 people have confirmed. There are no 9 people. I don't believe there was 1 or 2 people.
So that was Apollo's promo there, dude. I don't really understand that one, actually, because it looked like, I guess it's fake news that RVD is going to beat Apollo. Is that what we're seeing there? Royd?
I don't know.
Void. I have to watch that one again. I feel like there was lots of layers to that one. Let's see Roy Droid Void. Where's he? Roy Droid Void. Maybe it's all one word. Let's check it out.
There it is right there.
Where did I miss it? Right here. All right. So Roy Droid cut one on Apollo right here. Let's check this out.
Honey is for Beasil Bear. Besides, there's jelly beans everywhere.
There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat his children.
Haven't you ever heard of a killer?
All right. I gotta give that one to.
I got to give that one to
Roy
Droid.
Roy Droid Void, kind of that little promo battle there. We won it, you know? And then we had, I guess we'll play this
So
one.
so wait a minute. So he must have done that first, and then Apollo came back with fake news.
Apollo came back with
That's
fake
what that
news,
was.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So they were both good, actually.
Yeah. We got Colt Does Beats, cut a promo on Synth Punk. For those that don't know, Colt Does Beats is taking on Synth Punk. He cut a little promo on Synth Punk right here.
Couple of them.
Yesterday, all Synth Punk's trouble seemed so far away. Now he needs a place to hide away. Oh, Synth Punk needs yesterday. Suddenly, Synth Punk's not half the man he used to be. There's a shadow hanging over he. Oh, Synth Punk changed so suddenly. Why'd he have to go? I don't know, he wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now he longs for yesterday.
Oh, damn. Colt said it got copyrighted. Dude, they copyrighted you for that?
Did it really?
Come on, bro. Come on. And then I think Synth Punk did a response or a pre, but let's check out Synth Punk. Synth Punk did a... Where is Synth Punk? Synth Punk's hard to find on here for some crazy reason. Synth Punk. Where is he? There he is. We got Synth Punk cutting a promo. Oh, great. Synth Punk deleted all his videos again, so there's no promos on there. Nice. Attaboy, Synth Punk. Way to friggin' ruin it, buddy. Nice one. So Synth Punk deleted all his promo videos. So I guess we'll give that one to Colt Does Beats wins that little promo battle, right?
Well, so is John in the chat?
John's in the chat somewhere. Yeah, there he is there. I guess he's going to cut another one. Synth Punk deleted all his videos, so I guess Colt Does Beats got him with a KO right off the bat. Sent him running. Colt Does Beats sends Synth Punk running to the hills. He deleted his whole channel.
It says laugh out loud ZZZZZ.
Yep, so we got that. So Synth Punk, I can't remember if there was another promo cut or not. Oh yeah, we had another one from Apollo. Might as well play the other one from Apollo because the boys are just... Right now, the biggest promo game going on right now is Apollo versus Roy Droid Void. Synth Punk and Colt Does Beats were going back and forth, but it looks like Colt
the Machines did a really good one too.
Oh yeah, the Machines did one too. And I cut one, but my show's too long, so I can't go back and look at it. Where's Apollo Hanzo? Actually, we want to do Machines first?
Yeah, do Machines.
Right, let's do Machines. So the Machines promos over here on Synth Renegade Mafia. Let's load it up.
That's it.
This is a public service announcement for the Goofy Noofy, the Canadian Quack, the King of Cringe, the Simp Samurai. I put a message out to the Kumite group, challenging everyone, and he answered the call. What a mistake that was. Samurai, your charisma can only get you to the door. When it comes time to walk through it, you'll see you've made a grave mistake. Because what lies on the other side is unlike any beatdown you've ever experienced in your life. Getting a black eye in an MMA fight won't compare to the full spectrum auditory beatdown.
You gotta throw that one to you, dude.
We're
gonna black eye in an MMA fight.
No man can compete with Machine. Thus, after I've quickly extinguished whatever fire was burning inside of you, I'll happily blow the death whistle in your honor. The only way out now, like a true samurai, is seppuku. Because this public extinction is just the beginning of the Kumite Bros extinction. You will submit to the inevitable like water boiling under fire. Your hubris will be your demise. Prepare to die.
So that's the Machines one. I thought that was a pretty cool promo, to be honest with you.
He says you're going to end up falling on your own sword, bro.
I know, bro. It's getting wild. So, dude, we got 2 months of promos to go. So, anybody taking part, Apollo Hanzo, I got to thank you, man, because this was all just an idea and, you know, kind of just fooling around and getting it going. Now it's taking on a life of its own. And Apollo Hanzo, Colt Does Beats, Synth Punk, Roy Droid Void, Capsule cut a promo, and Harmonic Sonics cut a promo, which I will play as well. Maybe I'll play Harmonics right now. Let me see. Harmonic Sonics cut one. Harmonic Sonics. I'm not sure if Space Capsule uploaded his to his site or not. Let's see. Harmonic Sonics. Where is he?
Hey, what's up, CJ Magic? This is Harmonic Sonics.
So Harmonic Sonics is taking on CJ Magic in Ultimate Frequency Championship in August.
Hey, what's up, CJ Magic? This is Harmonic Sonics coming at you with an Ultimate Frequency Championship Challenge call out. Saw your music online. I'm impressed, but I gotta say, I don't know if you got what it takes to come up against me in the octagon with my synthesizers here. I'm gonna play a little bit of what you got, what coming.
All right, so that's Harmonic Sonics coming in hot. He just said he got his laptop fixed up. He's got a new interface where he's going to be pumping that in to some clean audio. So I think CJ Magic and Harmonic Sonics, if you haven't heard Harmonic Sonics, he's an absolute legendary musician. Check out the Kumite series. He's got some of the greatest tracks ever made, and they're awesome. And yeah, we love Harmonic Sonics, pure synth renegade. CJ Magic, Colt Does Beats. We like to call him Colt 45. I think that's a great fighter name, is Colt 45. But Colt Does Beats is the channel name, so check out Colt Does Beats. And we also got Roy Droid Void. So we got 3 newcomers joining the Ultimate Frequency Championship, which is brought to you by the Synth Kumite, which is another great musical event. This one's just a little bit different, a little more hardcore, a little more in your face, and a little more entertainment style, right? So that's cool. And we'll go over that card a little later on. We'll play some, as this goes on, we'll keep playing the promos, me and Echo on here. If Echo comes across any, he'll play them on his show, whatever. We'll play some on Synth Renegade. We'll just build it up for a couple months and have a good time. And ECHOKRAFT, Hans Volt, Robbie Percelli from Pro Synth Network accepted the fight. Him and Ken Spahn, but I think they got to do some contract negotiations with their management team. And if they can get together, and Echo and Hans can get together, if they can make that happen behind the scenes with Synth McMahon, that'll be a wonderful main event for the ages. And then you'll have me and Machines 1. We are going to drop down to the third fight on the card, and Synth Punk and Colt Does Beats is the co-main event of the card. So that's going to be a very, very fun card. And I think we already got 12 fights already. So that's crazy.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
Which is crazy because it just kicked off and we got 12 fights already, which is 24 artists competing in the Ultimate Freaks Championship. What's going on in the chat, baby? What we got?
No, it's just funny. I was just thinking, like, when you first brought this to my attention, I was just like, not another competition.
Yeah,
like,
you didn't
really?
want no part of it, dude.
But then I was like, oh, I'm going to challenge Muse against Muse and challenge Vic Korftron.
That would have been good too. Maybe you can do that in UFC too, because I still feel like a Muse versus Muse would be.
I think, I like, you know, Vic said he's doing some stuff. He's going to be pretty busy, so I get it. You know what I mean? But but you never know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. Like, it's going to be great. It's going to be cool. So, man, I think we'll wrap it up. Me and you'll hit the green room for a bit, man. But that's the show tonight. Great little show. Not a lot of synth news going on, but like we said, there's always exciting stuff happening in Synth Renegade universe. And there's so many channels, so many artists, and so many, what do you want to call them? Grassroots musicians who are out here with synthesizer gear and are hyper talented people. And there's always something going on in Synth Renegade universe, and we're all doing our best to promote everybody as much as possible, spread the word with everyone's channel, and getting involved in stuff like the Kumite and the Ultimate Frequency Championship just creates a pretty cool brotherhood with everybody, and rising tide lifts all boats, even though sometimes people got to get smacked down. You hear that, Machines 1? Yeah. What else? What do you got to say, Echo? Finish it off.
He's throwing shade at you, Machines.
Is he? He's been throwing it at me all night.
No, you're throwing shade at him, bro.
He's been throwing it at me all night.
I was just like, yeah, he's been brutal, actually.
Man, he went full Dominican. Didn't he? And that's fine because everyone knows Machines. Yeah. Machines is part Dominican. That's why I said that.
Yeah, I know. And the reason why I laughed is because of what I said earlier. Remember what I said earlier?
Yeah, definitely. So what do you got? Close it out, Echo. You going to cut a promo? You got anything to say to the British Bulldogs, the English Gentleman, and the Magic Man Kent Spahn?
Well, if you accept the challenge, then I will release the promo that I have been building up on, and did some research, and yeah.
So I sent Robbie an email 2 days ago. I think they're in contract negotiations with their team. Like I said, he can hit me back anytime if he's into it.
It'll be an epic battle, like the Brits and the Yanks.
The Brits and the Yanks, man. I mean, he couldn't write a better storyline for the first ever main event in the combat entertainment music genre. You couldn't write a better storyline, especially with all the history between the Synth Renegades and the Pro Synth Network, and having all the boys from over in Britain all involved in this show. I think it would be super fun, and it would be great for both sides. But guess what? If you ain't into it, the show must go on, and we will have to create a new main event. We got 2 months to make it happen, but it would be an absolute honor to have the two boys do it. Yeah.
The Machines one, he's doing the echo, the yawning emoji. So it's like...
Wrap it up. Is that what he's saying?
No. He's bored with what you're saying to him. And let's see. Hans Volt is in the. He showed up. So let's see. What's Hans say? It says, Vic Canadian declined challenge. A shade darker Canadian declined challenge.
All the Canadians declined. I'm the only Canadian that accepted. That's why I had to leave the Maple Syrup Mafia. I was a proud member of the Maple Syrup Mafia. And I'm the only Canadian who stepped up, and I thought we were going to have a whole Maple Syrup Mafia contingent, Canada versus U.S. I thought it was going to be a big fight card. That's how I was trying to build the storyline as Synth McMahon, and none of the Canadians stepped up and took the challenge. So you know what? I left the Maple Syrup Mafia, and I'm joining the UK, baby. So I'm
He's
on
not
Team
join-
Cream Dream.
He's
with
not
Robbie.
joining the
And if
US,
I'm-
he's
and if
joining
I'm
the
promoter,
UK.
I might put something on the scale. Okay, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
listen, whatever you say, bro.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens. All right. So that's the show. Me and Echo gonna creep on out of here. And you guys, thank you for joining us as always. Always a great time. Always a fun show. Synth Fighter is one of the funnest, most energetic
It's fun.
synth thing on the go right now. And I'm glad
I
you
laugh
guys
a lot. That's
join
why I
in.
like doing it.
Yeah, me too, man. All right. So let's hit the music. Hit my music. So how does it
Do
go? For all you. I'm going to save that for later.
Okay.
All right. Hold on.
Oh.
Mo-